Welcome back to Dragons Fanfic. I'm Dragoni Brony.
And I'm Dragon Ginger. This week, we didn't really decide on a story to do, so we're just talking about our personal favorite stories that we're currently following. So, I guess you have yours all pulled up and ready to go.
I haven't finished reading the chapter yet, so I feel like I cheated a little bit. But yeah, so since I got mine all put up and ready to go, I'll start off. Alright, so mine's
I'm jealous of you because you have 120 odd chapters to read and I have 1.
What do you think I do all day at work? Work? Sadly, I do, actually. But no, alright, so mine's called Equestria's Strongest Wizard by... God damn you, people and your names. Vongolakin. Oh! Vongolekin. Either that's a weird play on Vongole from Hitman Reborn, or he spelled Lycan really weird. Alright, but anyways, so yeah, no. If you're all watch anime and you're familiar with the Fairy Tail series, hopefully you are. It's a decent series that got horribly ruined for me, so I can't like it, unfortunately. But
What?
My brother, enough said.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, S-Class Wizard Lexus gets sent to Equestria with Mavis. Weird stuff happens, I'm not going to spoil it. But,
Apologies, my laptop's booting up.
loud-ass laptop. But yeah, no, anyway, so he gets into Equestria, wakes up in the Everfree Forest, straight kills a manticore in rage. With ease. And then shoots a giant beam of powerful lightning magic that trumps Celestia into the sky. Yeah. Trumps Celestia, easily.
Repeat that, please.
Lightning bolt. Some thunder sound effects there, because I don't know if lightning has an actual sound. And Celestia senses that, and she's like, damn. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. Yeah. Well, he's an S-Class wizard from Fairy Tail. No, he's a double S-Class wizard from Fairy Tail. I take that back. Anyways. So then he goes into the castle of the twin sisters. The two pony sisters, not twin sisters. Jesus. And, you know, he trains there for 2 years with Master Mavis, who's immortal. Yet again, Fairy Tail.
First the master of Fairy Tail. It's awesome.
Yeah, she has a curse, which makes her immortal, yes. Anyways. So, no, he's training with her for 2 years, and then the Nightmare Moon incident happens. And it's his castle at this point. So, you know, he's just chillaxing like a boss, reading a book.
Chillaxing like a baller.
Yeah, you know.
All I can think of is I hear Alucard from Hellsing Abridged.
Yeah, but so he's sitting there, he's doing this, and he senses Nightmare Moon and Twilight kind of going at it. So he's just kind of floating there on the ceiling, looking down, and I'm like, yeah, I'll watch for a bit. Nightmare Moon gets the upper hand and goes to kill Twilight with. Oh, they're all Anthro in this story, by the way. Goes to kill Twilight with the her battle axe of fucking power, apparently. And he's just like, finger block.
No.
Like, literally.
No.
You know that no motion with the index finger? He just stops it with his index finger. He's like, no. And she's like...
No. You can't do that here.
Yeah, no, and Nightmare Moon's all like, the fuck? And Twilight's like,
The fuck?
And he's just smirking and he's laughing. And, you know, he starts explaining things to him, and then he points out the flaws in Nightmare Moon's logic of, yeah, you would have froze the planet to death, you dumbass, essentially.
Yeah.
So Nightmare Moon kind of just starts trying to wail on him, and he's just sitting here going, bitch, please, I am DBZing this right now. It'd be the fastest way to sum that up. But, yeah. So shit goes down. Elements of Harmony take out Nightmare Moon, and, you know, he was just kind of fending her off for Twilight could realize all this stupid shit. And, Celestia comes in, does all this stuff, they got the whole reunition thing, and everybody's kind of forgotten about Luxus, and Luxus just goes, they're like, oh, Jesus, yeah, could you kindly get out of my castle now? Yeah, so then that's this whole thing, and, Celestia gets all, uppity, I guess, you know, I am Princess Celestia, blah, 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 blah. And he's just like, bitch, I am at least 5 times stronger than you right now, and I'm not even being serious. And they're all like, what? And he just kind of releases a little bit of their power, and they're like, no shit. Alright. What can I do for you today, good sir? Well, so he goes on all this stuff, and he explains some shit, and then they build him a fairy tale.
That was a 72-inch plasma screen TV. So, how can I help you?
Pretty much, that was their response. And so he's like, yeah, no, he explains the guild and all this stuff. I'm like, well, we can build you that. And he's like, alright, cool, whatever, and they start building all this shit, and a couple of months pass since then. He has his guild. And, he's Blueberry. He tamed Blueberry. You know that Ursa Minor incident they had? Yeah, he called it Blueberry.
Where did he get that?
He was in the Everfree Forest for 2 years, dude.
No, Blueberry. I'm not even mad about the whole.
Because it bugs Mavis. Because he knew it bugged Master Mavis.
Genius.
Yeah, so he's like, I'm gonna call it Blueberry. She's like, you're gonna call a giant fucking celestial bear Blueberry. It's blue, and I'm assure you, it tastes like berries. Now I'm calling it Blueberry. Leave me be. It was pretty much the conversation they had. Yeah,
God.
so everybody's freaking out because he's going through some of his accolades and shit like that. Just kind of, everybody's like, bullshit. So he's like, all right, whistles really loud towards the Every Forest and screams Blueberry. And he's like, give him a minute. And he goes on to talking. Ursa Minor shows up. I'm like, oh god, it's an Ursa Major. And he's just like, no, it's a minor. Come here, Blueberry. He starts petting it and like throws it down on the ground instead of scratching it. And then everybody's like, oh. He's like, oh, don't worry, it's just a big baby. I babysit her sometimes when his mom's busy. When her mom's busy,
Laxus is so out of character in this story.
No, he's in character, but this is like after he's learned his lesson and like end of series Lexus. Dragons were attacking and he was like, Fairy Tail is my family now. Lexus, not like fuck you suck Fairy Tail, I'm rebuild you, making my new Fairy Tail Lexus. But yeah, no, so he's doing all this shit and he sends her on his way and he kind of walks back up. Is that a good enough example for you all of my powers? And they're like, not saying anything, just doing that like a biting of them trying to comprehend, but they're just nodding like, no, not gonna argue that.
just nod along.
So then they they reveal his new fairy tale thing. His new guild, and he's like, and he goes through all this stuff, and he finds this giant slab of basically indestructible stone thing, and he puts it in the basement, and he encarves all the old fairy tale members' names on it. Which raises the question of how do you engrave something that can't be destroyed. Anyways. Did not notice that when I was reading, but yeah. Anyway, so he does all this, and he puts a bunch of fucking ungodly wards around it, and he's like, done. Then he does the basement, turns the rest of the basement basically into a safe house. So in case, Ponyville gets attacked, because it's guild's job to protect Ponyville and all that at this point. But that all the members of Ponyville and then some can evacuate there, have food and resources and all that shit. Like, it's fucking huge basement, apparently. But yeah, no. So he does all this, and he lays down the ground rules, and he starts recruiting members. Well, he got all 3 princesses. Celestia, Luna, Nightmare Moon. Yeah, he stopped Nightmare Moon from being completely destroyed and saved her. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, that would have been nice to know.
Yeah, and as far as I know, he hasn't met Cadence yet. But yeah, no, so he does all this, and he's... So those 3 join, Twilight, Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy, Applejack join. No, so the entirety of the main 6 join. I take that back. The entirety of the main 6 join.
God, Pinkie Pie is automatically S-class, isn't she?
No. But she has magic that even Luxus doesn't know how to respond to. He's like, what did you do? Like, literally, they don't see what she does. She just scores. Because they have the magic quantifying thing, hit it with your magic and it gives you a certain rank, and that's how it discovers the guild ranks. So he's doing all this, and Pinkie just walks up to her and goes, "Nyeh," and then fucking like scores like 500 something. He's like, what? Everybody's just like, go Pinkie. We don't question it, but what the fuck?
Don't question it. It's Pinkie. Good job, Pinkie.
But so they're going through this, and there's a couple of other good ones. Like I think Soren joins as well, and all this other stuff.
Ooh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But no, all this shit's going down, and he gets them all through the test and gets to the guild rank, and they are kind of like, well, wait, what about you? What about? He's like, fine, I guess I'll do it. He's like, just so you know, this isn't my strongest. I'd say this is probably either high-low tier or low-mid tier, anywhere in between there. They're like, all right, okay, whatever, seems fair. So he does it, and just boom, like Luna, I believe, scored the highest at 2,700 and some odd points. So Lexus does this low to maybe mid-tier hit. Hits the thing, tears through the thing, hits into the every force, and just leaves a waft of lightning destruction in its wake before it curves up and dissipates into the air. Scores 72,000 something. He's like, not bad. He's gonna walk away like it was nothing. Everybody's just like, don't piss him off.
God.
But yeah, no. So they go back and all this stuff. Shit happens. Zecora joins the guild, which prompts him to declare war on cat people.
Cat people, of course. Cat people are in the story. I love cat people.
There's cat, monkey, and zebra. Those three combine to the United Animal Kingdom, which is a country in the story. And the cats want Zecora dead. But he's friends with Zecora from his 2 years, in the every forest and all that. So the cats want Zecora dead, so Zecora comes to him for help, and he's like, do you want to join the guild? And she's like, yes, I'll join the guild. Assuming that is like, the only way he can actually offer me safety is if I join the guild. She's like, alright, good. Joins her in. Goes down to the first floor where everybody's together. He's like, can I have everybody's attention? Yes. First off, I'd like to introduce our new guild member, Zecora. Everybody's like, yeah, Zecora. And she's kind of like blushing. I was like, yeah. He's like, secondly, news of great importance. Fairy Tale hereby declares war on the United Animal Kingdom. Return to your days. And just goes back up to his room. Everybody's like, what?
The sad thing is, this is what really would happen in Fairy Tale.
No. And like, the best part is Celestia, Luna, and Nightmare Moon are all there, and they're like, whoa! Whoa, hold up now! You can't just declare war, you're gonna fucking bring it to Equestria. He's like, well, she's a member of the Fairy Tale. And they're like, yeah, and they want her dead. You don't fuck with my family. I wreck you. And all that good stuff. But he has a plan and all this shit, so there's a tournament that he goes to. And if you win the tournament, you get 2 wishes granted from the kingdom if it's within their power. So he goes through. Needless to say, he blows through the tournament. It's a 5-man squad. It's a 5-team member team, though. So, a couple of other people fighting all that. I'm not going to run all those. The entire time, though, he's just taunting the Cat King. The entire fucking time. And they get into his first thing, though, is he wishes for Zecora's freedom. The Cat King's like, fucking Zecora's hereby a pardon for all previous crimes and all this good shit, blah, 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 blah. He's like, alright, and what if you're second? He's like, points at him, duel to the death! And he's just like, Cat King's just like, done! So pissed, he's like, he doesn't give a fuck. Fight ensues, not gonna spoil anything. Lexus wins.
Long story short.
Lexus wins. Well, it's a badass fight, so I'm not gonna spoil it, but Lexus wins. And, they all go back, then they force some, Lexus's history out of him. But keep in mind, the most recent thing in Lexus's mind is that, the Fairy Tale war against the dragons. And how, in this story, all of his friends were mercilessly slaughtered by the dragons. So the entirety of Fairy Tale was destroyed. And so he's just like, nope, don't want to talk about it. So they, so the Master Mavis, thinking, because, romance interests, want to know about it and all this stuff. So she does a soul link between the 4 of them, 5 of them, her, Lexus, Luna, Twilight, and another one whose name I can't remember. And they all kind of learn of that past. And he realizes what's going on. He's just like, hell no! It goes around, finds them. Here, I'll show you a picture that I'm just so you, Ginger, almost called your name there for a second, can see what it is when he gets pissed. But yeah, alright, so anyways, he gets all sorts of pissed.
I must see this picture now. It's too late.
Yes.
Apologies, people out there listening to this going, what the hell?
Okay, there's your power ratings, by the way. Lexus at 76,515, double S class wizard. Luna at 2690 for an A class. Nightmare Moon at 2202 for A class. Celestia at 2187 A class. Duster, the other one I was talking about, at 1074. Twilight Sparkle at 423.
Who's Duster? OC?
No. Well, the maid that follows Celestia around. She's like, Duster, could you clean this?
Oh.
That's Duster!
Oh shit!
Yeah. Twilight Sparkle at 423, B class. Magic Touch at 152, C class. Big Mac at 145. Applejack 120. Rainbow Dash 116. Soren 98. Thunderlane 95. Pinkie Pie 94. Cider Blossom 90. Those are all C classes. Rarity at 81, Spike at 78. Those are D classes. Skidaloo at 26, Applebloom at 24, Sweetie Belle at 22, and Fluttershy at 4.
How do you score that little
Because she was, it's Fluttershy, so she doesn't want to hear anything. She was like, and he gave her a 4. He was like, alright, not bad. I was not expecting a 0 from that, so not bad at all. Those were all E classes, but yeah. But yeah, so those are what the actual rankings was. So, okay, so that's the thing that's fresh in his mind, fighting.
Oh, Acnologia.
Yeah. So, and Luna right now is in, this part of the story, Luna's in there with the, what's this bullshit? Oh, broken picture, whatever. Okay. Epic theme. Yeah, so they're witnessing, next chapter of this. They're witnessing, the dream at the point is what I'm trying to be. And, they see some shit going down. Okay, Jesus Christ, man, there's 2 chapters skip. 5 days later, This is gonna be a lot of editing you're gonna have to cut out right here, JP. Okay, just fucking, dear God. Oh, so here's the magic types. Luxus is a Dragon Slayer. Luna, Nightmare Moon, Celestia Unknown. Duster has Beast Soul. Twilight got Memory Make Magic. Magitech got Fire. Big Mac got Palm. Applejack got Earth, obviously. Rainbow Dash got Ice. Soren got Air. Thunderlane got Drill and Rock. Pinkie Pie got Territory. It's terrible magic to give Pinkie Pie, but hey.
Yeah.
Cider Blossom got Palm. Rarity got Re-Equip. Spike is unknown. The CMC is unknown. And Fluttershy got Green. Yeah, makes sense. Where the fuck is that picture?
For the folks listening out there, I apologize again. This is as painful for you as it is me.
You just want to see what he fucking looks like pissed off. Chapters. Maybe there's 1 chapter back.
Oh well. Anyway, while he's doing that, let me tell you a fun story tonight. I got kidnapped! So I went to a concert. It was a friend of mine, his birthday was last week, and a band called Defiance was coming into town with a few others. It was them, XXI, Versus, It Lives, It Breathes, Set to Stun, and a local band. Anyway, we're watching the show, and it gets to the point we're watching Versus, which it's like 3 bands in. They're the middle act, and we got another act before Defiance goes on. And my friend gets a text message from this guy, Kevin, who happens to be the lead singer from It Lives, It Breathes. And Kevin said, "Get outside, get in the van." So my friend is like, "We need to leave and get in the van." So me, him, and another guy, Browning, we all get in the van with It Lives, It Breathes and go down to Zombie Burger, local joint here in Des Moines, Iowa, and party it up there. And Kevin bought us beer. We got to hang out with the whole band. Just got to chill, talk, have a late dinner, and party it up some more outside of Vaudeville Muse. And then we sat in the van and talked to Chris and Kevin, because Browning does a podcast for Crapcore Defenders Group type deal. It's sort of like supporting the whole genre of music, and he's talking and interviewing Chris, and me and Shay are kind of helping him out because I got podcast experience and know a lot about music, and Shay knows a ridiculous Asperger's amount about music, and so we all would just bounce it off each other and talking to these guys, and it's freaking awesome. And finally they're like, "Get the fuck out of the van."
Get out of the van! But you told me to get in the van!
And so we hung out with them for we probably left Vaudeville with them at 7 o'clock. We finally left them about 10:30. So we spent a good 3 hours with these guys, just chilling and hanging out. And it was absolutely incredible. Not something I get to do every day. My friend Shay, he knows a bunch of guys in bands all across the country. So he does that fairly regularly. Although this is the first time I've been with him when he does that. So, but that's my cool story of the night. You know, check them out. It Lives, It Breathes. They're an awesome band. Cool guys, just real chill. Got a bit of an ego online, but they got a reason for it. So, I bet you it was that broken link.
Oh, I bet you it was.
So, now that I've got my story out of the way, I'll talk about my story here.
Go ahead.
The story I've been following recently. So I got back from Costa Rica, and I had to sit down and read this story because Dragoni recommended it. A Wolf Among Ponies. Fuck this story, I'm just saying. It breaks all the rules, and I still enjoy it and keep reading it.
It works on my phone for whatever fucking reason, but that's the picture I was talking about.
Oh, yes, I've seen that one. And chapter 56, it just updated and got chapter 56 right here. But anyway, this is an awesome story. It's one of those stories that it breaks every rule of fan fiction you're not supposed to do. Besides self-insert, I think, which...
Wanna put it past him?
It's hard to say. It could be a self-insert. I don't know.
If that's a self-insert and he's the main character, oh boy. I do have so much pity for you right now.
I don't want to know is all I've got to say. You've broken so many other rules, Wolfblood. And, see, I got the guy with the easy name.
Yeah, I got Von Rolfkin, whatever the hell it is. It's like, it's an amazing story, but dude.
Yeah.
Like, do the dictionary standard here. Like,
yeah.
Put the little parentheses how you pronounce your name next to it. Goddamn.
So this story is A Wolf Among Ponies. It sounds like it should be simple. A Wolf Among Ponies.
Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward name, don't you think?
It's not quite that simple. It's a guy who appears in Equestria all of a sudden as a wolf. And it's just before the Nightmare Moon incident. And it goes through his life as a wolf and then becoming human again. And going through being a knight of Equestria, one of the 6 great knights. The other 5 have already passed away many, many moons ago before Nightmare Moon. Or actually, because of Nightmare Moon. And he's the prophesied 6th knight. And, you get to that point, and honestly, if I could leave it there, it's actually a great story just for that. I mean, going through, it's the... I didn't read tags when I picked this story.
Just go ahead. Read all them tags.
Sex, gore, adventure, alternate universe, anthro crossover, human romance, Princess Celestia, Princess Luna, OC, other main 6. Holy cow. And I missed the crossover tag big time.
You're so welcome, by the way.
I normally don't like crossover, folks. It's nothing against them. It's just... It bugs me. It rubs me the wrong way. It's one of those things that doesn't click. You have to be really creative in your writing to make it work, in my opinion. This guy's a bloody fucking genius. Somehow managed to not only make it work with a crossover from one universe to the Pony universe, but a dozen or so different storylines from all over God knows what. I'm going Legend of Zelda, Dishonored, Assassin's Creed.
3 different people from Assassin's Creed. My Little Pony. Plus, technically, Equestria Girls.
Oh,
dear God. He's pulled out a couple of different items from different universes as well, but they haven't necessarily made, like the Haywire Grenade.
Yeah.
That was a thing. It was like, hold up now. I was was sitting here thinking, I was like,
He's
Haywire.
made a Spring Razor.
Yeah, he's made a Spring Wire. That one was
Spring Razor from Dishonored, which I thought was awesome.
Yeah,
because that's my favorite thing.
Did you not notice the mention though? He's like, yeah, I was trying to build a Haywire Grenade, but this just kind of turned into a Spring Razor, you know?
Well, no, he found the blueprint for the Spring Razor.
Yeah, but he tried making a Haywire Grenade. Like, I kind of blew him up until I reread it, and I was like...
I'd have to reread that
part. A
part.
Haywire Grenade is something from the Warhammer series.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he knew what it was, and so he's like, I want to try and make that.
Yeah.
But, God.
Excuse me. Been a long day. And so, yeah, shit goes crazy. I'm not even going to go into all the stuff that makes this, I almost think at sometimes this is satirical, but the only thing that makes it not is he's not red and black.
Yeah.
So, or a god.
Yet.
Yet.
I don't know. He's done some shit that even Eloquent's like, how the fuck does thou do that?
Yeah. So it's a great story, and it's one of those ones I enjoy. Sadly, I don't even know why I enjoy it sometimes, but I do. I do. And so kudos to Wolfblood because fuck you. That's why. I love and hate you very much. Very, very much. So, alright. You got anything else to say tonight?
No.
No.
I actually don't have any witty comments to say.
No. Wow.
That's.
Oh, me and Dragoni are going to start a new series, a Minecraft Let's Play. It will not be on this channel. It'll be on my personal channel, Dragon Ginger 10. And we'll be doing that as a thing.
As a thing.
So, long story short, a couple friends of ours, they started a business called BlockspaceHosting.com. Check it out. I'll put a link in the description below. But what it is to host Minecraft servers. So, for a monthly fee, they host your server. You're just able to get on and play.
Pretty straightforward.
No real strings attached. And you can get mods and plugins and all the fun stuff, of course, too. And there's a very cheap basic one that's less than, I don't even think it's $5 right now. They're still pretty early on. And it's a cool thing. And so they're going to sponsor our Let's Play, give us a server, and we're going to get on there and do a thing and make things and blow everything up at the end.
We're gonna introduce you to the Minecraft version of the Jericho is what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna be.
Yeah, we're going to figure this out.
So much effort though to get all of those in that pit.
Yeah. But I gotta test it out, figure out how to do this. So we'll
make sure that works.
Yeah, we'll do this and we'll do a thing and we'll keep you guys updated as we do that. But besides that, like, subscribe, comment, yada yada yada, the usual YouTube rant thing. Besides, give us money because we don't have Patreon, which is fine, I guess.
Yeah.
We don't need your money. Well, Dragoni doesn't.
I work too much to spend the money I make.
So, I'm the one that needs money. So anyway, I'm Dragon Ginger.
I'm Dragoni Brony.
A little tired there.
Yep.
This has been Dragons Fanfic. We'll catch you all later.